So I've got a small vintage Guerlain haul. I picked up a few things, and I should say I'm not really much of a vintage hunter for no reason really other than just not wanting to go down that rabbit hole. It could be a long chase. And there's the whole thing of secondhand shopping and looking for things on eBay and just spending all that amount of time that I really don't have. However, these were basically handed to me on a silver platter by Rich Mitch, who is, you know, the vintage hunter, and he's passionate about all this. More than anybody I know, really. He's kind of obsessed and spends every free moment of his life dedicated to perfume. So thank you, Rich Mitch. He basically handed these to me on the silver platter and said, all you got to do is drive down the street and pick them up. And that's what I did. You know, obviously, when it's that easy, I can't refuse, especially when they're Guerlain, which I love. And I'm a big fan of even the modern releases. I think they've really held up. They smell fabulous and they perform great. Obviously, you know, vintage is always going to be the preferred choice. Vintage always smells better and has that gust to it, you know, that thickness and the richness, and the materials are fuller and deeper, and they feel like they pull out more sensations than modern perfume. But yeah, I'll share what I have. I got quite a few interesting pieces. I actually picked this up a few weeks ago that I haven't shared in the video, but I shared in the live stream. And this is Parfum. I think this is a 2000s bottle. Parfum didn't last very long, but this is a fruity floral chypre before they tarnished the fruity floral name, and now it's just really goopy, syrupy, sugary stuff. But this is actually quite nice, and this reminds me of you know, two other Guerlains, specifically Shalimar and slightly Mitsouko. Quite green and grassy and fruity and leathery. Very lovely. It's a huge floral. It's very heady and loud and slightly obnoxious in the best way possible. It's not something I'd wear if I was going on a date or wanted a compliment or to be noticed. It's not for that at all. This is very personal. This is for personal wear and for self-fulfillment and introspection and that sort of thing. But a very beautiful, old school, you know, old-fashioned perfume when perfumes had meaning to them. Not like a lot of the sugary things they're putting out today. But so today I did pick up, I think this is a 1980s bottle of Mitsouko in the gold refillable metal canister with the lattice design there. Kind of looks like an incense burner to me, or I don't know, some kind of Middle Eastern Arabic design, but it's really beautiful. I love the way this looks. I love the way it feels in the hand. It's very homey. You know, it feels quite rigid and feels really good, and it smells just as good too. But I'm going to spray this. I haven't sprayed any of these yet. And I am a big fan of Mitsouko, obviously. And it does not smell the same as, this is my Mitsouko. I think this is a 2000 refillable canister. This feels more plasticky to me, where this feels more metal. But this feels like it's lost a little bit of its top notes. It's lost that bergamot, which, you know, I'm not surprised considering it's probably about 40 years old. Let me spray this on. They're both EDTs. Actually, you know what? It's not much different than this. It's EDT. They're much lighter than the EDPs, and the EDP is my preferred choice to wear, and I'm more familiar with the EDPs. But the EDT I do like for summertime wear because the peach is more pronounced and it has that fruitiness and slightly fresh. But Mitsouko's beautiful. I love her dearly. Dearly love Mitsouko. Let's see what else I got here. I got these from Enchanté, which is just about 20 minutes out. in between Mississauga and Toronto. I guess that would be considered Etobicoke. I'll drop the link in the description. What should I open next? Okay. I'll put these to the side. All right. I got some cool stuff here. I got something for everybody. But it's all for me, really, because I'm a selfish perfume lover. And this is a discontinued Pure Parfum, and I have this in backup, but I wanted to back it up a little bit more because this is the very hard to find Nahema. And you can see, there we go, Nahema. And Rich had sent me a picture of Nahema last week, and he's like, he's got 30 ml of Nahema in the Parfum Cube testers, go and get it. And I thought, all right, I'll go and get it. But I waited a few days, only for Rich to inform me that it's been sold. Somebody else had picked it up. I was like, damn, I should have went and got it, because it was like literally half the price that they charged for it on eBay. So Rich comes back and he's like, guess what? He's got another bottle. So I was like, okay, I better go down. And I went down this afternoon and I picked these up. But Nahema's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. It's another fruity floral chypre. A beautiful peach in there, rose, leather. It's absolutely stunning. It's heady. You know, there's this conversation or this kind of this discussion of there's no rose in Nahema. Very aldehydic, very sharp, aggressive too, but beautiful, moody, very moody. Leathery, green, mossy. They're all really so poetic. They all smell like old money. Oh, just absolutely stunning. Let's see what else we've got here. Bleue. Okay, we've got Bleue in this really weird bottle. I'm not familiar with this packaging. I'd imagine this is older than 1980s. I've never seen this anywhere, except for the one Rich Mitch posted a few weeks ago in one of his haul videos. I think he has this in Mitsouko. And this is what I called it the Pepsi bottle, or the Coca-Cola bottle, the pop bottle, right? So we've got there, it says GUERLAIN and Bleue. Okay, so let's spray a little bit of this. And you know what, there's nothing quite like these things. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bleue is really melancholy. Oh. Very soft, elegant, leathery, iris. It's dry. It's a little bit pasty. It's really smooth and moody. It's just like, it's just kind of flowing. And get that like heliotrope in the background, that almondy cherry. And just so soft, like a whisper of a perfume. Okay. Now we're gonna open the Sheba Queen. If somebody knows the name of this bottle, please let us know down in the comments below. It's got this really nice, or I don't know if it's nice, but it's got this cool pattern there at the top. Kind of looks like, I don't know, a beehive or these zigzags there. And I gotta say, like, just off the top notes, these don't smell much richer, deeper than the things that I'm used to, but that's not to say they won't with a full wearing. These are packaged like they've been shipped across the world when I just literally picked them up down the road. Okay, and this is Shalimar. And I don't know the style of this bottle. I'm not familiar with it. If somebody knows or is familiar, let us know what this bottle is called. But again, like, really nice detail there. Really lovely. I don't know if this is a tester or not. I don't think it is. I don't think this is a tester. It's got a cap. I mean, it's a flimsy and really thin cap, but I don't think it's a tester. Let's put some of this on. Oh yeah, gorgeous, really gorgeous. It's that bergamot and vanilla, and the spices are popping. Again, this is like moody. I'm hit with this mood the same way when I spray Bleue. It's just like melancholy at the top, and just does this kind of this fluttering dance. Soft saddle leather. I get some kind of orange flower, orange blossom, spices, zinginess. You know, the powder hasn't come out yet. The resins haven't come out. Absolutely beautiful. I think this is the one that most smells like old money, just classic and traditional. Like, this is pure perfume before, you know, money has destroyed it, before consumers and greed, before greed has destroyed perfume. This is what perfume used to smell like, before capitalism got their hands in the game. I also got, you know, I got a little gift here. I'm not sure what is in here. I am sure, actually. This is the Pepsi bottle. This is the same one that Rich Mitch got. And he gave these because he didn't have an atomizer attached to them, so I gladly accepted. Let's open this up. Okay, and this is Mitsouko. There we go. Really nice bottle. I like this. I like these old classic bottles, and I wish, you know, I wish these would come back in perfume somehow. The packaging has definitely changed. It's gotten much simpler. It's less detail, less attention to detail has gone into the bottles, but I'm not even sure what the inspiration was for some of these, but I'd love to know. They're all rather interesting. And that's it. I've got something small here. I don't think it's a big deal, but I won't open that. Anyway, if you know anything about these classic vintages, let us know, especially the inspiration to the bottle. I'd love to hear back from you. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let us know if you have any comments down below. I love hearing from you. I love seeing your faces. And I love connecting with all of you this way. Anyway, we'll talk to you very soon. See y'all.